You've been building these partnerships, which we're going to talk a little bit about in this episode. One of the partnerships is with Fiery and Esko. Tell us a bit about that and how the GIS connection and how it works so well working with these two organisations to deliver something greater for the customer.
Well, it's interesting when you look at the three companies individually, you'll see that they've got special capabilities in certain areas. You can't use any one of us to get a complete solution.
Yeah.
But when you put all three together, you'd get a complete workflow solution. And I think that's the key, is with the three entities, you get that whole package. But as I said, if you took one of us, you'd only get part of it. Then you've got to go and look for the other one somewhere else.
Yep.
So the industry has had a tendency, for example, for people building new technologies and printing machines, to have to pull bits and pieces from all over the place to try to assemble a solution.
Yeah.
But what we're offering is actually come to this one collaboration, this one partnership, and you'll get that whole package. And it's not just a package of, you know, something from Esko, from Fiery, something from GIS, Global Inkjet Systems. It's actually a complete integrated solution. So we've been working really closely with our technical teams to make sure the integration between our products is tight. So in fact, it looks like a seamless product.
Yeah, and we're going to look a little bit more later in the episodes at the way your tech team work and just to understand about your relationship with customers and quality. But I just want to pick up on the relationship with partnerships. I guess if I'm a customer listening to you talking about partnerships, I'm thinking, okay, I'm a packaging converter. I'm thinking about the digital space, trying to integrate digital into my analog technology. It's quite challenging. So how does this partnership help me?
So what this partnership does is it brings expertise.
Yep.
Number one.
Yep.
A team of three entities who have had a long history in printing technologies. So you get that advice and that support straight away, which is worth a lot, because you can leverage that and we understand how things work.
Yep.
The second thing is it brings together that whole complete package solution. So where does it help our customers? Having to think less about creating the solution, because there is that tendency to create their own solutions, whereas in fact we've got it ready to go.
Yeah.
And I guess the third thing is it's all about optimization. It's quite often we see people that develop a technology and to some extent they've done a good job, they've got the solution, but it's not optimized.
Yeah.
And it's all about performance. I mean, the whole thing about digital printing is for it to really take off, and we've seen this in other industries around digital printing, but also other industries that aren't digital printing, it really does need to be something which is well optimized, maximizes the throughput, and therefore you get the most amount of uptime. Because you can't afford to use digital printing in a situation where you've got downtime for various reasons, which may not be the technology's reasons, it may be the way in which things are constructed, the way the workflow is just a bit clumsy. You know, you've got a job come in and you've got to get it onto the printing machine. It sounds simple to some people, but the reality is there's a lot of steps on that way. And a lot of steps can slow things down or make complications and make life difficult. So this is all about making life much easier for them.
There's been a lot of talk about the Esko-Fiery relationship. Explain to me, as General Manager, what's the reasoning behind these relationships?
Well, fundamentally, they offer a solution to our whole data path that we don't have, and we never intended to build for ourselves. We focused on the bits we're good at, and working with Esko and Fiery, we can integrate their parts, which are industry leading as well. But ultimately, it's to offer that full end-to-end seamless integration for the customer, which ultimately is their time to market. What we're actually trying to do is reduce the time to market. I've seen, depending on the customer, it can be from a few months to a few years before a machine gets to the market. But every day that's not on the shelf, as it were, is costing money, and that's where the partnerships offer significant value to us and to the customer.
And obviously you've also got the Nano relationship and DeepCube, which offers another branch of kind of expertise.
So Nano, I mean, being acquired by Nano has been a huge benefit to GIS. We've bought our technology know-how, they've bought their organisation, their financial backing, and the management backing, which has been for me personally, since I took over as general manager, has been very important. That support. DeepCube is obviously the deep learning part of Nano Dimension, and we're trying to integrate some of their capability into our software.
Yep.
For things like diagnostics, for example, to learn about the way systems work, so that there's a lot of cross-fertilisation, if you like, between the nano groups and ourselves.
And that creates a sense that you're innovating not just in technical terms around the kind of driver electronics, you're also innovating in other areas, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, fundamentally, what an individual customer will come to us and say, this is what I'm trying to do, this is my application.
Yep.
But the way to look at GIS is we've had a few hundred other customers doing similar or different, and we've learned how those machines work, so we can help with the diagnostics we could put in,
Yep.
or the knowledge, the technical knowledge we've got, we can help get your machine working. It's not just about, here's our drive electronics and software, it's actually, what can we do to get your whole machine working, because we've probably seen those problems before.
Yep.